Hi, hello, good morning. Welcome to new videos where we are going to learn everything about powers applied to integer numbers. Okay, remember we are in the unit 3 and visit the blog. And before watching this video, maybe it is necessary to have watched the videos about multiplying and dividing integer numbers, adding and subtracting integer numbers. And there are also some videos about combined operations involving integer numbers. Anyway, let's go to study our subject, our paragraph, powers with integer numbers. So, we can find that the base of a power is a positive number. So the power of a positive number, if we calculate it, is always positive. Why? Because, of course, you know that positive 7 square is the same that positive 7 times positive 7. So it's a product of numbers. And what you are multiplying is the base. So if the base is positive, then the result is always positive. So, for example, 7 positive 7 times positive 7 is positive 49, or positive 3 times positive 3 times positive 3 is positive 27. And what happens with the number 1? Of course, number 1, you have to multiply the signs first. So positive 1 times positive 1 times positive 1 times positive 1. Finally, this result is positive 1. Because 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1. So, conclusion. When you have a base positive, the result is always positive. Easy. Next, what happens when is the power of a negative number? If you are calculating the power of a negative number, let's see what happens. For example, negative 2 squared is negative 2 times negative 2. How do you do it? You multiply the signs first. Negative times negative, positive. 2 times 2, 4. Now, negative times negative, positive times negative, negative. Negative 8. 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. Negative times negative, negative times negative, positive times negative, negative times negative, positive. And this is positive. So this is positive 2 to the power of 4, which is positive 32. Sorry, positive 16. And now this one, which is negative times negative, positive times negative, negative times negative, positive times negative, negative. So now it is negative 2 to the power of 5, which is negative 32. Can you draw a conclusion from here? Let's see. So we have learned that the square of minus 2 is plus 4, the cube of minus 2 is negative 8, negative 2 to the power of 4 is positive 16, and then is negative. What happens if we do the 6th power of negative 2? Okay, we can see the rule here, because the sign is always changing, because you are always multiplied by the negative number. So, in conclusion, we can learn that when the base is negative, that happens here, when you have an even exponent, like, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. When you have an even exponent, the result is going to be positive. And when you have an even exponent with the negative base, then the result is going to be negative. That happens here, that happens here, here, and here. And when the base is positive, the result is always positive. Good. And what happens with the multiplication of powers with the same base? We do the same, we operate the same that we did with natural numbers. So when you multiply two powers with the same base, we leave the same base and add exponents. Then this is minus 5 to the power of 5. That you know that is a negative result. So it's the same that minus 5 to the power of 5 with this negative sign. What happens if you divide? If you divide, it is minus 11 to the power of 7 minus 1, which is 6. Now we have an even exponent, then you know that it's positive. So you can say that this is 11 to the power of 6. What if you have the power of a power? You know that you multiply the exponents. So it is minus 8, and then you multiply the exponent. So it's minus 8 to the power of 10. Because when the base is negative but the exponent is even, then the result is going to be positive. What if you have power with the exponent 0? As happened with natural numbers, the result is 1. And when the exponent is 1, is the same base. Good. And now, according to everything we have learned, according to everything you have learned, we are going to make some meaningful questions. For example, I give you an example. What is the power with a negative exponent? What does this negative exponent come from? You can say that it is the result of a division. So see, if you divide powers with the same base and the divisor is greater than the dividend. So take this. What happens with the negative square? What happens with the negative square roots? And now it's you who has to make a good and interesting question, a meaningful question. So I hope everything was helpful for you. See you in these videos and thanks for watching.